it's Lana here, and today I'm going to show you guys how I get this flawless looking skin in the winter time. And I don't want any of you guys to think that I think I'm perfect or anything, because that is completely not the case, but I just wanted to show you guys how I get my skin to look its best despite the cold, harsh weather outdoors. Because we all know that winter weather can be really drying to our skin, so we can end up with cracked lips, dry patches on our faces, and sometimes that can counteract with the dryness that we already have, and it can create oiliness, and it can basically make our skin freak out. So I'm just going to show you guys the things that I do and the products that I use in the winter time to make sure that my skin is looking its best. You guys may remember that I suffered with acne quite badly, so I'm really happy with the place that I've managed to get my skin to, and that is all thanks to the products that I am using in this video. So make sure that you guys stay tuned, and I will see you guys at the end. Please give the video a thumbs up if you have a thumb, and don't forget to subscribe to me. The button is just down there, and you can also catch me on Instagram, Twitter and Snapchat to make sure you don't miss anything. Now let's go ahead and get started with the video. So I realised that scrubs were way too harsh on my skin, so I'm using this cleanser from Lush, and it's got a jelly-like texture. It's way more gentle and it doesn't irritate my skin, so it's really helped. And then I dry my face with a microfiber towel. Then I moisturise and tone. So these are the two primers I've been using. I have got the Body Shop Tea Tree Pore Minimizer. This is really great for if you have blemished skin like me. It says that it smooths, primes and instantly mattifies, which is what I want it for. And then I have the Porefessional as well, which I prefer to use just sort of on my nose where I do have more visible pores. I love the smell of tea tree, especially in the winter time when things can get a little bit stuffy. I have quite a bit of dry skin in these areas just here, so using this is really just going to help the foundation to sit nicely on my skin. I am about to apply my foundation now, so I'm going to go in with the DermaBlend. This is the DermaBlend Smooth Liquid Camo Foundation. Now I chose this because it's dermatologist tested, allergy tested, it's also non-comedogenic and non-acnegenic, which means it's definitely not going to make me break out as far as I've experienced so far, and it's also actually going to be pretty good for my skin in the long run because it contains SPF 25, which is going to prevent aging, and this is available in 15 shades at Ulta. My shade is in the shade Honey, so we're just going to go and apply a blob of that onto my hand. I'm going to apply it with a dry beauty sponge because I really want this to be full coverage, and once you start dampening your sponges, that's when you sort of end up with more of a dewy, sheer foundation. It can reduce full coverage foundations to sort of medium coverage. So I'm just going to cover some of this redness that I have in this area. A little goes a really long way with this foundation. So you will have noticed that I have already done my eye makeup. That's really just to sort of save time today because I am really busy today. Now I can take this smaller sponge and just get into these areas, so I don't want to disturb my eyebrows too much. You can see here I do have a little bit of redness up here because I did have some pimples around my eyebrows. This is really gonna help me get rid of that. I'm obsessed with this foundation, for real. I think we could do a little bit better just by finishing up with the brush. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply some concealer. I like to take that in towards my nose as well, just to get that looking a bit more natural, and we can get right into this corner up here as well. So I don't like to have that darkness on either side of my nose. One of the best things about this foundation is that it is really buildable. I mean, I am pretty happy with this coverage, but just for the sake of this video, I just want to show you guys how flawless we can look this winter. We can look more flawless than this. I'm going to go ahead and apply a second coat of this foundation because I do have some quite visible acne scarring down here, and you can still kind of see it through that first coat. So I'm going to go in with a second. I am pretty darn happy with that coverage. And right now I'm just going to do a flash test for you guys. I'm going to show you guys a quick snapshot of this foundation with no flash and then again with flash, and I haven't applied any setting powders or anything like that. And then we will do it again when I have finished the makeup look, and we will circle back at the end of the day just to see how it held up. And now I am going to go ahead and set everything. I'm using the DermaBlend loose setting powder with this. It works really, really well when you use it together with the foundation. So what you want to do is just tip it into the cap, and then you can go ahead and take a powder brush. I am using the DermaBlend Professional powder brush with this because I just feel like the whole thing works really well. So just take some of that onto the brush and tap off some of the excess. You know, it really doesn't matter if you apply too much because we're really kind of just baking. I am going to apply that over all of the areas that I want to bake. I'm just applying as much of this as I can to the areas that I don't want to have any shine in. So for me, that includes these areas right here. I hate having shine in those areas. And I always take my setting powders like to here and my chin as well. Basically everywhere, because I want everywhere to be set. I look so crazy right now, but especially I want my jawbone. That's really going to help that stand out. It's going to look so chiseled and defined. Now, if you really want to get right into your under eye, you can take an eyeshadow brush. So I'm taking this small fluffy brush from Real Techniques, and I am going to apply some of this setting powder right under my eyes. I didn't want to just go in with that big brush. So it would have been really messy in my eye area. So we are just going to sit and let this bake for 1 to 2 minutes. You can do it however long you want to, depending on how much time you have. I would usually sit for about 1.5 minutes and just bake. Another step that you can do is apply a cream contour to the hollows of your cheekbones. Add a little bit more in the powder version, and we just take that under our cheekbones ever so lightly. So now that you've got that contour lined up, you can go ahead and get some more of your setting powder and sharpen that up. Now this is going to make your contour look so sharp. Okay, now you go ahead and brush all of that off. So this is how I do it. And this is why you really don't need to worry about how much of this you apply, and it will come straight off. And I am taking Tarte in Unstoppable. There we go, I'm obsessed with that. And then we are going to take a little e.l.f. Now we're going to take this little e.l.f. baked eyeshadow in the shade Enchanted. So you don't need to do all of this. You know, this isn't really like a makeup tutorial. I really just wanted to show you guys how I got my skin to look the way that it does in winter, because I love it. I'll do some more in here. We want to look glowy all over. So first things first is I just stick with my good old-fashioned Vaseline. So I just apply that to my lips like this. There's no other way to apply it. So when I feel as though my lips have been moisturized enough, I go ahead and I get a damp towel like this one, and I just brush off the dead skin. Sounds so gross, but it's real. Like, we all have it. The trick is with this is that you don't want to do it too hard because you're not trying to make your lips bleed or anything like that. So I actually do this all year round, but I feel like I have to do it a bit more often in the winter time. Now I'm going to go and use this, which is actually my favorite at the moment. This is the Velvet Kiss Moisturizing Lip Cream from Collection, and this is in the shade Caramel. So I'm just going to use this to finish up our little perfect winter skin routine. The great thing about this is that it looks like a matte lipstick, so it gives you that nice full looking lip, but it's actually a moisturizing lip cream, which is going to be so great for winter, and I don't need to worry about my lips chapping or anything like that, because this is just really gentle and kind to my skin. So there you have it. That is my perfect skin routine for winter, and I will go and do my hair and I will come back to you. I just wanted to say that I am so happy with this makeup look right now because I've never found a foundation that covered my acne scars so well, and I know that my acne scars are fading and they're not as dark as they always used to be, but I really feel like this would have been a lifesaver back in the day when I was really suffering. So for any of you guys with acne, then definitely try out this foundation. I feel like it hasn't flared up my acne or anything. I'm able to use it and I'm not having any new breakouts, so it gets a huge thumbs up from me. It's been about 4 hours now, and I just want to do a quick blotting test for you guys because I'm really interested to see this as well. I just want to see if any product comes off, if it smudges at all, because when we use this is supposed to really help to stop that makeup from smudging, going anywhere, leaving any transfers on anyone's shirts. And you know, sometimes when you're wearing something like a long turtleneck in the winter time and you turn your head and you end up getting it on there. So I just have a plain cotton pad here, nothing special about it. It's not makeup removing and it's not wet, so it's just dry. There's nothing there. Nothing there. There's a tiny little bit of colour now that we've pressed it in 3 times. I did have a little bit by my nose, but I think that's probably the contour powder that I used. So that just tells me that this makeup routine is going to be really great for those long days that I spent out at the shops getting Christmas presents and all of that good stuff. It's not going to transfer anywhere, it's not going to start dripping down my face. I am nice and fully covered for the whole day, so I am really happy about that. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I really hope that you enjoyed it. Don't forget, you can click right here to subscribe, or you can click here to see another video from me, here to see another playlist, and here to see another playlist as well. That's all from me. Bye!